So you're thinking about moving to Rocklin? Well, you're in the right place. Hey, it's Renee with the Friedrich team at eXp Realty and the Living in Sacramento YouTube channel. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and the alert button so that you are the first to know about all things moving to Sacramento. And whether you're moving in a week, a month, or a year, our team is definitely here to help. And we get emails and texts and messages from folks like you every single day looking to make a move to Sacramento, and we absolutely love it. So thanks for joining me. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about all things Rocklin, which is a super popular suburb here in the Sacramento region. And some fun facts about Rocklin. So it was founded in 1893, and it was actually a big quarry town. There was a lot of people that were mining granite, and a lot of the granite that was taken out of the quarries, built buildings and things all across the whole state of California. So I am standing at the Quarry Park, which is a joint project that the city of Rocklin did several years ago. It actually was released to the public, or opened to the public, in 2016, and it was the Big Gun Quarry prior to that, and then it sat dormant for a good number of years until the city of Rocklin started a project to revitalize the area and provide this really great amenity to people from all over the region. So we've brought our kids out here. This is the little kid park right behind me. They've got like ropes courses and all kinds of fun things to stand, jump, climb, all the things that kids love to do. And then as the kids get bigger, there's actually like zip lining and a real big kid ropes course or adult ropes course. There's rock climbing, all in this quarry area. So they really did a great job of utilizing the space. And then there's also an amphitheater, so I will take you guys over there as well. So a few more things about Rocklin. It is, like I said, one of the most desirable suburbs of the Sacramento region, and population is just under 70,000 people. Median household income is about 100,000, and median home price is just right around 730,000 right now. That's that ropes course that I was telling you guys about back there. And prices in Rocklin, you're going to see homes that are selling anywhere from the high 500,000s for your starter homes. You can get into a condo or townhouse for quite a bit less than that, so more in the 300 to 400 range. And then you've got homes that are just gorgeous custom homes in Whitney Ranch, Whitney Oaks, and a couple other areas where you can really get into the multiple millions of dollars. So today I'm going to take you guys on a tour to see 3 homes, and we're going to start in Stanford Ranch, then go to Whitney Ranch, and then we're going to end up in Whitney Oaks. And like I said, I'm going to take you guys over to the amphitheater, and I think we'll probably end up at a really nice shopping center. So there's so much shopping, so many great restaurants in the area, and so we'll drive by a few of those. I'll take you guys over to the amphitheater next though, and then we'll go see some homes. Let's get rolling. Back around and share with you guys a couple other little things that are fun about Rocklin, and make sure that you guys got to see the amphitheater in this whole park area. So Rocklin is growing still like crazy, and we've got folks moving in mostly because it's such a great community for families, and the schools are outstanding. So Rocklin schools are rated, most of them A's, and a handful, I think it's 2 or 3 schools, drop down to an A-, and that's all the way through. So Rocklin Unified has done a great job with really maintaining their scores and have really great parent participation, and therefore they're really highly rated according to great schools, and niche.com too. And then we also have Sierra College, which is right here, which I'll drive by later so you guys can see it. And that's a really nice local community college, and they've got some great sports programs, some arts, so great amenity there too for those kids that want to take advantage of the less expensive college education for their general ed. So a little bit more about Rocklin. stop for today, and we are in Stanford Ranch, and the house behind me is currently for sale. It's actually been on the market for a little while, and they just did a pretty steep price reduction. It was listed at $699, and then they just dropped the price to $649. And this particular house, it was built in 1996. It's just under 1,700 square feet, and it's got a decent sized yard. It's 0.15 acres, which is about 6,500 square feet. And 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I think I said that already. And the nice thing with Stanford Ranch is that you have a little bit more established neighborhood. So you've got some, if I turn around a bit, a little bit more established trees, and the houses, because they have been here for a while, they don't all look exactly the same because people have painted over the years and things like that. And it's also the thing about Rocklin, just in general, is it's so easy to get on Highway 80 to get downtown. You're probably, about 35 to 40 minutes to downtown Sacramento if that's where you work, or if you're just going out for a fun night out to Doco or to the Golden One Arena. So pretty easy access, and then it's also really super close to Roseville, which we've talked about Roseville and all the amenities and pros and cons of living in Roseville. But you are a little bit further away, and the schools are just slightly better rated here in Rocklin than they are in Roseville. So that's definitely one of the pros of this area. And then Stanford Ranch, I would say, the nice thing here is that you're going to have a little bit lower price point than, say Whitney Ranch and Whitney Oaks, which are the other two communities we're going to see today. And I think that's because some of the houses are a little bit smaller, like this one, versus I think the houses that we're going to go see after this, they're much larger and a little bit more expensive. And then in Whitney Oaks, we have a lot more custom. So that house is actually quite a bit more expensive than the $649 that we've got here at this cute little place. So let's go ahead and get going on to our next stop, and we'll see what Whitney Ranch has in store for us. Second stop, and for those of you that have been following the channel for a little while, you're gonna appreciate this. So I'm actually in Whitney Oaks. I thought I was going to Whitney Ranch after Stanford Ranch because typically Whitney Oaks is more expensive, and what we always try to do is give you guys kind of like a little bit of a starter house first, and then a medium priced house, and then something a little bit more expensive for our last home. And Mike put my tour together for me today, and so anyway, he tricked me. So we are in Whitney Oaks, which is a golf course community. I'll do a quick drive-by through the up by the clubhouse too, so you can see that. But really nice golf course community, and this house is $800,000, which it is just under 2,600 square feet. It's 3 to 5 bedrooms, so they've probably got an office and maybe a bonus room set up in there. And it's almost 1/3 of an acre, so really, really good sized lot. And that's one of the things that I really do like about Whitney Oaks, is that you get some really nice big lots in here, and most of the time the homes are custom. We've got a lot of green belt, so there's like the space behind me that is just lovely to look at, that you've got right across from your house, and then more houses above that, of course. But there's just tons of trails for walking and biking. And I think the thing that's really fun for Rocklin, and why a lot of our clients choose to move here out of all the neighborhoods in Sacramento region, or out of, they don't all move to Rocklin, but we do have a lot of clients that choose Rocklin, not just because of the schools, but also the geography is really interesting. So there's lots of hills. Again, lots of folks that love the outdoors come out here because they can bike and walk, and there's just a good variety of things to do, and you're still very close to Folsom Lake. So we'll see a lot of our clients, they do boating, and there's the rivers are still close by, a little bit further away than other parts of Sacramento, but all of it's very, very accessible, if you will. And then, like I said, with Whitney Oaks in particular, you've got access to the golf course that's close by, and we'll get you some more details on the golf course. I cannot remember right off the top of my head if that one is private or public. I feel like it's a public course though, and you can go play, if you're just anybody. So go check that out. And we're going to share a few pictures of the inside of the house, of course, so that you guys can get a sense of upgrades and things for this price point here in Rocklin. But this is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It is gated, and so you've got, a little extra security versus Stanford Ranch, where we just were, is not gated. One thing to say about that, though, is that sometimes obviously HOA fees, you're going to have those with a gated community typically. And then also the newer homes in Rocklin, we've got pretty high taxes on some of those. So we've talked about that in some of our other communities in Roseville and in Folsom, and even El Dorado Hills, that we've got to contend with some high taxes sometimes. And so the newer the house, the higher the taxes those are probably going to be. And this house was actually built in 1999, and that's pretty consistent within Whitney Oaks. However, there's also some new construction in here, so you can actually go from, fairly established to all the way to brand spanking new, all here in the community. And, of course, we can help you with any of those things as you're starting to make your decision on where to end up here in our greater Sacramento area. So, as I said, we've got one more house today. It is over in Whitney Ranch, which, again, Mike fooled me, so he's going to love this. And I'll take you guys over there right now, and then we'll wrap up with one of the other nice big shopping centers here in beautiful Rocklin. Okay, third stop of the day as far as homes go, and I am here in Whitney Ranch now at a brand new construction house, actually, and really amazing views. I don't know if you can see that over my shoulder. This is a JMC home, and it's just over 4,000 square feet. I think it was 4,001 square feet, 5 bedrooms. I think it was 4.5 bathrooms. Got a really great California room that they've built. I don't know what they call these little covered patios when you're not in California, but here in California, we call them the California room. And there's so many pros and cons of buying new construction. Mike and I have bought 2 new homes in our home buying years. Actually, I'm going to go back out to the backyard so that we can talk specifically about one of them. So this lot, it's about 0.15 acres, so about the same as the first home that we saw today. And the good and the bad of buying new construction is that you get to do all of your own landscaping. So you can be super creative and get what you want, and at the same time you have that entire expense. The neat thing with these homes, though, and like we were talking about earlier with regards to some of the great things about Rocklin in general, is that you're up on this hillside, and so you just have views for days. But you also have this whole area that you get to decide how to landscape, and you get to pay for that landscaping. One of the pros of buying, that could be a pro and a con, let's be honest. One of the big pros of buying new construction, though, is that everything is new, right? Like, nobody's ever lived in your house. Nobody's ever cut their toenails and left them in your carpet. So this is a little echoey because there's no furniture in here, but this is what you get when you buy new. Everything is super on point as far as the finishes. And JMC, like I said, they're a great local builder. And so they've just decked out this kitchen really well, in my opinion. Beautiful gray. And we already saw the fireplace outside, but they did a fireplace in here too, which a lot of times right now our new home builders are actually not doing fireplaces in homes anymore. And so the fact that they did that is fantastic. And I just want to see, I think this might be, there's, this isn't the owner's suite, but there is a second owner's suite downstairs. So if you do have extended family living with you, you've got a nice little downstairs ensuite with its own walk-in closet, its own bathroom, and then, there's rooms galore all throughout this house. And I'm gonna go back outside so you guys can see the curb appeal like we usually do. But since it was new construction and nobody lives here, I thought, I'll just take you inside and show you the views from the backyard, because that is definitely where that 1.5 is coming in. And it's a very bright summer day, so I'm gonna put the glasses back on. But let's get out here so you guys can see the house from the front view. And Whitney Ranch is one of those communities that they do have an HOA, and it also has a really fantastic clubhouse that comes with that, though. And so that's a huge amenity here in Whitney Ranch. You've got the amazing Rocklin schools like we've been talking about. And then there's that house in the background, you guys, so you can take a look. Nice big 3-car garage. And also, though, with the new construction, like we've been saying, the taxes are going to be a little bit higher. Here in California, we have what's called mellow roofs, and I know we talked about that on other videos, but essentially what it does is the builder, the state requires that the builder somehow account for the parks, the streetlights, the streets themselves, and then also the schools, of course. And so they pass that cost onto the homeowners that are going to be utilizing those amenities, and they do that in the way of taxes. So your property taxes, instead of being about 1.25%, can tend to be quite a bit higher up in these new neighborhoods. But this is it, you guys. So there's a good amount of construction still going on up here, so definitely if you want to buy a brand new home, this could be the right spot for you in Rocklin. There are a few other communities, though, that are also still building, so reach out and let us know. And then I've got a couple more surprises for you guys, and then we'll be on our way. At the ranch house in Whitney Ranch community, and they have some maintenance going on with the pool. So good news for us is that you guys can see it all clean and wonderful, and they've got a sign that it's opening again on Sunday. So this whole area is accessible for residents to come and use and entertain. You can throw parties here. I have no idea if anybody is inside right now, but there's this kitchen in here that, like I said, I've gone to an event. Oops, oh shoot. Well, you guys can get the gist. They bring in professional chefs, and you can go in and throw a party, cook things up, and it's just nice and peaceful and really yeah, amazing. Workout facility there. And more entertaining spots. Ping pong, because what would a clubhouse be without ping pong? And just beautiful soothing water feature too. So that is one of the huge perks of living here in Whitney Ranch. Hey you guys, so it is our last stop of the day on our Rocklin tour, and I wanted to come over here to the crossing because this shopping center is absolutely bananas. So behind me is the Bass Pro Sports Shop, and it is like truly a sportsman's paradise in there. And also in the shopping center, we've got a ginormous Walmart. There's In-N-Out, there's a pizza place like the Mod Pizza place that I talked about when we were doing our Roseville tour, which if you haven't seen that yet, definitely check out that video too. And I mean, everything under the sun. So you can get, there's a dentist here, there's an aesthetics place here, there's you name it, and you can probably have the service or the food or the everything here in the crossing. So I just wanted to wrap up here. Again, this was our tour of Rocklin, California, which is about 30 minutes outside of downtown Sacramento, depending on which part of Rocklin you land in, of course. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe below. This channel is everything about living in Sacramento and all of the surrounding areas like Rocklin, Roseville, Folsom, El Dorado Hills, and so many more that we hope you check out those videos as well. So again, whether you're moving in a week, a month, or a year, our team here at eXp Realty, we are here to help and support you make a smooth move to the Sacramento region. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.